Hello, 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 all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you are all doing very, very well. Hello, Joe. I hope that you are doing well today and that you're not stuck at work or something. So I just wanted to come on here and have a little bit of a laugh and just kind of explain something to everyone on the internet here, because apparently a lot of you don't understand that most of what I do on this platform is comedy. I never came onto this platform as a sole anti-MLM creator. I have said this before. When I started my channel, I actually started by doing r/slash videos and commentary videos. And I, of course, was also anti-MLM. So my channel started off as it was comedy. I was doing even like some little skits and satirical. Like at that time we didn't have shorts, so they were like longer videos. And there was just, you know, some things that I was doing that were just kind of comedy. And I've always done comedy on here. Most of what I do is comedy. I will be serious in times where I feel like it is absolutely necessary to be serious. But I mean, most of the time, it's just straight up comedy. And even when I do my anti-MLM stuff, I try to mainly do it in a comedic way. Again, unless we're talking about a more serious topic. And the only time that I'm usually ever completely serious is when I am doing my documentary styles or my deep dives, because those need a more serious tone to them. Like, I don't want to be joking about Charlie Manson, for example. So I tend to tell that story in a documentary style way. And the second part of that's coming soon. But lately, people have been like really, really mad at me for my comedy. And it's been funny. So I just want to laugh about some things with people today. So there's been this trend going on the internet for a while now. And if you have been here for longer than a minute, you know that, a couple months or so ago, I started to do shorts where I was making fun of TikTok trends. And then, of course, when we reacted to the Julie and Milo show and Julie doing TikToks, and apparently she was going to teach us TikTok, but she didn't teach us TikTok. I was like, I'm parodying a couple of these, and I definitely want to do a TikTok like video to the On Passive theme song. So I've been parodying and making fun of TikTok now for a little while. I parody and make fun of a lot of things. So apparently people are not aware of this.
Rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures.
We're white, but we pretending we're black.
This sound like Cardi to the stage. This sound like Cardi with the bread. And my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no love. I'm being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live.
You gotta be a bad bitch. You gotta find one that does a bad bitch song, right?
2, 3, let's go.
All right, so we got that one. That's a really fun one. I like that, you know? TikTok is cancer. It's worse than Twitter. I agree. You know, there are some people that do some really amazing like anti-MLM TikToks and whatnot, just because the MLMs are actually kicked off of TikTok. They're not allowed to be selling on there. So those ones I like. There's some other like, you know, cute dances and whatnot. But yeah, for the most part, it just tends to be cancer. And I've been making fun of it for a little while now. It's kind of something fun that I've been doing, because this is like the whole new thing on TikTok now is you pick a bad bitch song, especially if you're white apparently, and then you twerk. You got to do it properly, okay? You got to pick like a bad bitch song. It has to be like completely bad. Got to get the music going, you know. I'll play his intro. I'm playing his video, so I'll promote the merch at the beginning. Why not? Keep this shit positive on here, you know? All right.
Bad bitch, ass fat, 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camera so fat, you can see it from the back. Go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch.
This is what we're teaching our kids to do.
Go bad bitch.
This is apparently what our kids should be doing on TikTok, guys.
Bad bitch, ass fat, 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camera so fat, you can see it from the back. Go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch.
She's not even on the camera.
Go bad bitch, go bad bitch.
Yeah, she's giving a finger and stuff. Like I said, you gotta be bad girl to do this.
Oh, shit.
We got Barbie here.
Go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go bad bitch.
I didn't see any twerking. I'm very upset now.
Bad bitch, ass fat, 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camera so fat, you can see it from the back. Go bad bitch, 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 go.
Woo! All right. So as you can see,
Bad bitch, ass fat, 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camera so fat, you can see it from the back.
it's a trend, y'all. It's a trend. It's quite the trend. So I was having fun the other day. I was like, you know what? This will be funny. This will be funny to do. Because am I the type to twerk? No. But I mean, I guess I could be a bad bitch. So I posted this because I was like dying for the whole last week, just seeing all these compilations of white girls, especially twerking, being bad bitches. So I did this, which I thought most people that watched it would be like, oh, she's doing a funny. Because I thought it was obvious. I made sure to do an awful camera angle. I even thought of dropping it so that you wouldn't see it like the one girl, but whatever. I was like, I can only do this for like 30 seconds. All right. And it reminded me, because the receiving I got from this one kind of reminded me of when I posted this up. See, I posted this video up in May of last year. And it's a movie reference. And apparently, this video means that I am crazy and that my mental health has declined because I posted this video up.
What's wrong, kids? Don't you like to harass and trigger someone with actual PTSD? Don't you think it's fucking funny?
Now, if you don't get the reference, that's fine. So I did my own parody of it. I mean, when you go to my channel here, my about section literally says, beware of me. I might be a lizard person. I just need to make sure you guys do know that I don't actually believe that I'm a lizard person, right? Right? Like, we get that? No? I just have to make sure because then I got all these comments. And this is the part where, oh Lord. This is the part here where we all get to laugh now. This is where we all get to laugh. Oh, you're doing a new trailer? That's so great. Oh, Joe gets mentioned in it. I like that. So I had posted up that little video. I had posted up, some TikTok parodying type videos, whatever. I've been doing it for a while. And apparently people just are very upset at me for posting up this video making fun of white girls that try to twerk. So this person says, I can't believe Alonda hosts you, meaning the recovering Hunbot. This person has been dead against me being hosted with the recovering Hunbot for a long time. I'm pretty sure it's Heather in a fake account because she's still following me around everywhere and trying to cause problems in every community I'm in. But it might not be. It could be a completely different person. So, apparently because I did this parody video now, nobody should host me. Nobody should host me. And then this person who wrote me a very creepy message like today said, oh no, I just ate and then I saw this. Can't you just stop, especially with these butt gyrations? That's a good thing to call them because I definitely was not twerking in this video. I'm a white girl. I feel like I can't twerk. I'm just saying that was half of the joke. Good for you for getting it. Really professional. I want to know would I have ever come out here and claimed to be a professional at anything? I'm just wondering. You claim you help people. Mm-hmm. And you bash others for saying or doing things. Like what? And then post crap like this. So I'm going to be a smart ass right back and be like, professional? Who said I was on here to be professional? This is satire. Again, I cannot help with your intelligence. And then they say, anytime you're called out or criticized, it's satire or this or that, sad existence when you want others to grow, but you're stuck acting as a child. I do parodies. I do jokes. I even have parodies of MLM hunts on here. Excuse me. So I'm just wondering, like, if I do a parody and I pretend to be like in Unique, do you guys all flip out and think that I've actually joined Unique? Like, I really need to know this. Like, are you taking everything that I'm doing, like, seriously? I'm scared. I mean, I guess technically I was criticizing white girls twerking with this video. That was kind of my whole point, is that I think it's hilarious how we have all these bad bitch white girls twerking videos out on the internet. It's funny to me. Then we have Roger USA. Roger. I'm assuming that's Roger Brown. I'm just assuming. It could not be, but he's been, I don't know, chasing my husband around the internet for like 2 years now. So it probably is. He said, she's hit rock bottom, made me crack up. Maybe I should open an OnlyFans. Maybe I should open an OnlyFans. I mean, then you could actually say I hit rock bottom, because that's the thing. I don't have an OnlyFans out here, but I can assure you that the girls out here that do have an OnlyFans probably got worse than that on there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, everyone, it's satire, comedy, or parody. It's not that she is literally in what looks like her bathroom after having used the bathroom and decided to do a childish booty dance. Must not be getting enough attention for a married woman and mother to do this. Okay, so are you shaming every single woman that's in the sex industry? Again, you might want to be careful what you say. I know you're just trying to come after me, but like I said, there are women out here that are wives, that are mothers, and they actually put porn up on their channels. I mean, Trisha Pafisha has a whole naked mukbang channel. You know? So, like, also, mother, Jacqueline Glenn does OnlyFans. She's married. So, I'm just confused. I want to know, first of all, it makes me laugh that this video would apparently be me trying to get attention as a married woman and mother. That makes me laugh just all together, because are you telling me then that every single woman that dances on TikTok or makes TikToks is just like trying to get attention? They must not be getting enough attention from their husband or their child, I guess. Their child's supposed to be giving them attention. I don't know, I'm confused. But, whatever. I think Kate just laughed because she probably understood that I wasn't being serious, because people that actually understand that I've been parodying this are not gonna be rude, I guess you could say. I guess that's how you would say that. I cannot twerk. I have no butt, and mama's ass is too old. Do you know what the funny thing is when I was looking at those videos, there were people that were like really up there in age that were doing some of these trends, which was partially why I was laughing at it. Like, it is true. If a 20-year-old does that trend versus a 50-year-old, I mean, let's be real, right? And that was kind of what I was also making fun of. But it makes me laugh because they're like, and she must just be in her bathroom. Of course I was in my bathroom. Was I supposed to go twerk in someone else's bathroom? It's just, you guys really need to have a sense of humor out here. It's almost like I have a whole group of people that are just hanging out on my page, waiting to jump down my throat for any little thing that they could. Why would that be? So I just kind of let it go. I just like left it for a couple days. I was like, I'm just going to see how many people comment on this and try to use it as a way to cancel me, because that video of me doing the parody with the "Don't You Like Clowns" has been used in videos to literally say that since I did that, I lost my mind. And it was like, no, that was also a joke, but thank you. It's like if I do a diss track, do you guys think that I'm actually wanting to be a famous rapper? When I did The Launch Will Go On video about On Passive, did you guys think that I was actually joining On Passive after speaking out about it for months? What does my comedy videos have to do with my professionalism? Because if you want to bring all that up, we can talk about that. But the thing is, I bet you a lot of you were also the same people that went and watched Roberta Blevins do a parody of Huns with a few of her friends who were pretending to be Huns. So when you watched that, did you just like pretend that they had all joined an MLM? Were you like flipping out all over the internet thinking that they had joined an MLM? Or did you understand that that was them being comedic? Like, sometimes I get very worried about my subscribers. I'm like, I could never imagine taking life this seriously. You know? Yeah, Joe, your mom isn't too old, but that's not her stuff. A little more classy than that page. That's what we're saying. I don't want to see my 81-year-old mother-in-law. I honestly, I haven't seen like old people. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. Um, but there were some middle-aged people that I was like, "Really? Why are we doing young trends on here?" I don't know. You know, this is why I stick to audiobooks. People don't usually jump down my throat for anything. Well, they can't. See, if you read, like, even a book that somebody else writes, right, you can be like, "Well, I didn't write it. It's not my issue. It's not my issue." But it just made me laugh that there has been such an uproar in the last, like, 24 hours over me making a parody satirical video of me badly twerking with bad angles, and I also changed the lighting so that it would be, like, grainy. 'Cause my phone actually has a decent camera on it. But it was just so funny. I was like, "Wow, people actually think that I was like, I'm gonna do a twerking video. That would be a good idea." And that made me laugh. It made me laugh. Obviously, people on here just don't understand who I am. And, you know, I'm not gonna keep explaining it. I shouldn't have to, like, after I make a funny video, I shouldn't have to come on here and explain the joke. Like, it's very funny to me that I would have to come on here afterwards and be like, "Hey, guys, um, I didn't actually think I was doing a good job of twerking in that video. I wasn't actually trying to twerk and, like, be all, like, bad bitchy." You know? Well, see, Paige, and that's kind of the funny thing about it too, is that even if you did, there's no shame if you can actually twerk. And that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, "Okay, so are you saying that if somebody is on here and they're making anti-MLM content, that they then cannot be, like, on TikTok twerking?" Bye, Johnny, thanks for coming. I mean, even if you can't twerk, there's no harm if you're having fun. Yeah, and I think that's why I say it's at the point now where it's just a group of people that are just sitting on my page. Every time I post a community tab, it could be the most positive thing in the world and they'll still show up and have an issue with it. And there are a lot of people out here that seem to have an issue with the fact that, like, Alonda and I have been streaming together to talk about On Passive so much. I've had people make comments to me even about how, like, how do I say this? How we have not let up on them and how it's mean that we've streamed about them every day. I've had comments about how she shouldn't trust me. But see, the funny thing is, these comments all seem to come from the same people. And like I said, they're just the people that are hanging out here that want to see the negative in everything. And lately, we've been talking a lot in this community about things like how we need to be nicer, not as judgmental, not try to start problems between people in the community, you know? And then things like that happen, and people like come in and try to be rude. And it's like, why are you here then? If you're only around here to create problems for creators, you can go. We don't need people creating problems. We've got Huns canceling us. I have anti-vaxxer people canceling me. I got alt-right people canceling me. I got MLM Huns canceling me. I don't need a group of people just sitting on my timeline going off, you know? Beth, you could show puppies and kittens and someone will throw a poop fit. Yeah, they've done that when I've like shared pictures of my child before, you know? I'm not a huge fan of the on passive coverage, but that's your thing, and I still stop in from time to time. Yeah, I think Alonda and I just got like we can't let it go because it is such a scam. And like I've said before, it's barely even an MLM. Like this thing is a straight up pyramid scheme that's just leading on people. And a lot of them are people that don't have the resources to know that it's a scam, or they've just been so badly manipulated into thinking that this thing's going to help them and even their area in some way. Like he's promised like water purification systems to like South Africa and stuff like, and then you just know the guy's not going to deliver, and it's almost like I can't stop now until like something happens, like it shuts down or people leave, whatever we could do to stop it, cuz I can't live in this world knowing that that scam's going on and ripping off such vulnerable people too, and preying on people that really don't deserve it. Thank you. So in your mind, people should only ever be positive towards you. No, but there is a difference, however, between constructive criticism and then just hateful comments or being a negative person. And I think that a while ago we tipped from, hey, Beth, we're giving you constructive criticism to, hey, Beth, we're going to dox your whole family. And then when you speak out about how we should stop, we're going to claim that you're playing victim. And then we're going to sit on your page every day for 3 years and report everything you post, and then have a problem with everything you do and follow you into communities hoping to start problems between you and other creators. You know, there's a difference between the two. They are scamming people by trying to sell off the shelf software. I can't even get that right. I know. I know. Have fun, Paige. I hope that that goes well. I'm going to check it out when you put it up. For sure. That should be cool. Editing's fun. I like editing sometimes, although I am looking at hiring somebody to edit right now. We're having a talk tomorrow. See, like, I don't need criticism on my personal life. I don't need criticism um about the things that most people give me criticism over. I don't need. But if you want to do things like come and help me with how to make my audio better, how to edit better, how to look at resources better, things like that, I would gladly take constructive criticism on. But when you write a comment under my video claiming that because I did a friggin' joke, 30-second twerking short, that it automatically means that I must be not be getting much attention from my husband is, first of all, extremely misogynistic and disgusting. Why you would take it there says more about you than it does about me, first of all. And secondly, again, what's the point in that? Where's the constructive criticism? Hey, stop making jokes that I don't like. A lot of people thought it was funny. A lot of people knew what I was doing. I mean, the last several dance videos that I've done have all been jokes. So I don't know why all of a sudden this one would have been serious. But if that fits your narrative, though, that I'm a troubling person because I posted up a video like that. But then that makes me laugh because then those same people are also supporting people that have OnlyFans. So then what do you say about those people? Because they're not doing it ironically like me. And they're getting straight up naked in those videos. So that's my point. Like, are we just shaming women now? Is that what we're doing? Because I would rather not. I mean, I full on left communities because I saw that they were about to like heavily shame someone and degrade them and make fun of them. And I've been like, peace out. Because I don't like that. So that's what I'm saying. And I don't understand why you would want to be negative towards someone anyway. Like, if you don't like someone's content, just don't watch it. You know? Like, if their content isn't for you, then it's not for you. There's like how many content creators on this platform you could be watching? I don't understand that way of thinking. I don't understand the like, I'm going to change who you are as a person so that you'll be a better content creator for me. I don't get that way of thinking either. I mean, there's some people in our community that have made some jokes where I've been like, that's a bit cringe or whatever. And I swear, if I ever went to their comment section and wrote them comments that were like, I didn't actually like that joke that you made. I think you're going to have to change your whole entire self so that you don't make jokes like that anymore because I am offended over it and I am the most important person in this entire community and platform. So if you offend me, then you should just log off the entire internet. Could you imagine if I did that? You guys would be jumping down my throat like crazy. I can't even be like, "Hey, can you please stop doxing my child and my husband on your live stream?" without you guys getting mad. So imagine if I actually thought that I had if imagine if I had the ego that you have. See, and there's a difference too between telling people not to do toxic behavior and then just nitpicking everything they do. Like some people consider me harsh. Some people don't like that I make fun of the flat earth community. Apparently that's been an issue lately. Apparently, people thought that my CC video and me saying at the beginning of it that I was going to make fun of flat earthers was me being cruel. But, like, what else do you do with flat earthers? We poke fun at them. One of my favorite people on here is Jeff Holiday, and one of my favorite things that he does is This Week in Pseudoscience or the Wig Nut Roundup. So, like, if you're over here and you're thinking I'm not going to be posting fun as pseudoscience or I won't be making fun of flat earthers or anything like that, you've always been on the wrong channel. Like, that's what I came here to do. I came here to poke fun at certain communities that have crazy belief systems. And I came here to make fun of the extremists in a lot of communities. I just try to lay off on MLM Huns a lot more than the other communities and religious communities. I try not to attack so much because I do honestly think that people that are trapped in organized religion or MLMs are victims of cults. And that's a little bit different to me than, for example, being anti vax in hope that you make a whole bunch of money by selling books that can actually harm people. Because, yeah, there's some people in MLMs that can harm people, but again, they're usually the higher up people. So they know better. And then I don't really mind poking fun at those ones as much. Like, I'll make fun of Gary Young all day long. He killed his child. I don't feel bad when I make fun of that man. And some people are like, that's mean. And I'm like, well, sorry. I think it was mean he murdered his baby. Like, what do you want from me? I like Cece, he's a true believer. He is. I think he does actually believe, right? Because there's some flat earthers that, like, you're kinda like, this guy doesn't actually believe it, like, he's just doing it." Like, even the Rocket Man, he apparently wasn't a full-on believer. I mean, he died for his cause, but he had actually told people in private that he didn't actually believe that the Earth was flat, he was just kinda doing it for money and fame, if you will. And then he thought he could build that rocket and go up and I don't know what he thought he was gonna do since he didn't believe it, to tell you the truth. I've kind of been confused about what that was. I guess he thought it would put on a really great show, and it not in the way he wanted it to, because, yes, eventually, that's what killed him. But he wasn't a true believer, and he went around telling people that. I actually do think Cece is a true believer because you can see the passion. Yeah, most are scammers, and I think that's why I don't mind making fun of the flat earth community or the anti-vax community, is because especially with the anti-vax community, most of those people are scammers. Like, they've done studies on the community to find out why people believe in those sorts of things, like, and they've basically found that most people just believe them to have a different belief system and then to make money off of it. They'll sell books, they'll sell conferences, they'll sell things to quote unquote cure COVID. It's kind of like the same way that MLMs do that, right? It's kind of all in the same category, which is why my channel talks about all of those things. But again, I just think it's funny how and when people choose to take me seriously out here. Because it's funny how so many people reacted to that, but, like, how many of you guys actually took a minute or 2 and wrote into the FTC when I said to do that to help the community out? How many people have been writing their congressmen? Flat Earth Flocker died from COVID, yeah. Well, see, a lot of them will believe both, right? Because, again, if you really want to have a weird belief system, you can be a flat earther who is anti vax and then even thinks COVID is fake. And then you're like a really cool person in those communities. And that's what I like to talk about. I like to talk about those things because I feel like for the people that are more serious and trying to scam people in those communities, they need to be talked about. Because right now, for example, in my city, I have a trucker convoy here, and 90% of truckers are vaccinated. I just want to throw that out into the world. So why there's a whole truck convoy at my city right now claiming that they're against mandates is beyond me. I don't know what's going on in our world. That's insane to me. But you see how the flat earth, anti-vax, COVID conspiracy, QAnon people have now affected my life, okay? Now they're affecting my city, and I'm mad. So, yes, I talk about those things, but I guess I should, like, apologize, and I guess whenever I'm doing a parody or a satire, I guess I should put a disclaimer and say, "This video is a joke. I'm not actually being serious with this. I am doing satire about a trend, or I'm doing a parody about a trend." I guess I just figured that people were intelligent. I keep, like, thinking I'm on YouTube where people entertain and they put on shows and they do comedy. It's like, and if I do a diss track, am I trying to be a famous rapper? No, I'm making a YouTube diss track. Half of the fun in that is that I'm making fun of how there's even diss tracks on here to begin with. Do we not get that? Oh, I don't want to have to keep re explaining my comedy. So you either get the joke or you don't get the joke. And all I ask is if you don't get the joke, that you at least don't be cruel about it, because what's the point in that? I mean, because I just laugh at your comment and I think, oh my God, this person must be so miserable in their life. Because all they have done all day long is sit here writing me hate comments. Because some of you are under all of my community posts. You're under every single thing I post on Instagram. You're under every single thing I post on Facebook. You're trying to come into the communities I come into. Then you try to complain about me to these communities in hopes to get me kicked out. Like it's a lot of work, isn't it? And like you're not getting paid for any of it. So it's like I just think you could be doing something better with your time. Because I thought that video was funny. I think it's really funny, especially when white girls twerk that can't twerk and they do it at an awful angle. And then it's to some like song that's all like, I'm a bad bitch, motherfucker, bad bitch. If you don't get that joke either, by the way, then I can't help you. Um, so all you have to say, like Joe just said, is to say, I don't get it. You can always ask me, be like, yo, what is this? And I will be like, oh, I was just making fun of this trend that I just saw on TikTok that made me laugh a bit. But I just want to make sure that, like, what if one of the women in this community decides to actually do a TikTok dance and they're like being serious and they do a TikTok dance, they're like twerking it or something, that you're not going to like come for them and try to cancel them and get them kicked out of the community. Because that's a bit much. You all need to calm down. Find Jesus if that's what you believe in, or find a sense of humor. One of the two. But I'm getting very tired. Like, I've been in a great mood out here for months. I've been having fun. I've just been like parodying things and then also talking about important topics. I have found some amazing communities over the last few weeks that have accepted me despite everything you people try to do. And then you get upset about it because you want me to be miserable. And I'm not going to be miserable. That's a hard feat. It's never going to happen. It's just going to end up in you just constantly being miserable, chasing me around, trying to make me miserable. And nobody needs that. So again, if you don't like my content, just don't watch. I try to be better every day at what I do. And like I said, I got no problem taking real constructive criticism. But if you are going to come on here and be rude with me, I do have the right to block you out of my life. I don't have to take abuse from anyone just because I'm on YouTube. That's like the part where people don't understand. Everyone keeps talking to me about boundaries. Well, mine haven't been respected since 2019 on here. I mean, I'm still getting canceled for stuff I posted on the internet in 2003. And it's 2022, okay? Like, where are the boundaries? Where? Who doesn't understand boundaries? Because it hasn't been me. Just saying. So, if you are going to not get the joke, then again, you can always ask. So I don't get the joke. Is there a joke in this? What is this? What is this video? If you don't like the content, then you just move on. Joe. Not yet, Joe. Not yet. We do believe in freedom of speech here. This person's hi, Angel. This person's just upset because they are somebody that I blocked for being incredibly rude, and the people that I block seem to think that I owe them my time. It's like I blocked a bunch of people on Twitter and then they went and made a subreddit about me because I wouldn't be their friend. It's like the same thing. It's like they come on, they write me rude comments, and then when I'm like, all right, I'm not listening to you, goodbye, then they'll be like, oh, you wuss, you blocked me. No, I don't have to talk to you. I'm making a safe spot over here for people that are trying to leave cults where we can laugh about certain things, have some fun, and then talk about that. and save people from scams. So I don't need people over here being all negative. All right, I'm negative enough for all of us. And bullying is an issue on this platform, and it is something that should be talked about. I don't think anyone should ever be silenced if they are having people bully them. And expecting someone to be silenced is more of a problem to me. Again, there's a difference between criticism and then hate. Criticism, especially constructive criticism, because like I am not in any of your lives enough that you could criticize me as a person, really. We have a parasocial relationship on the internet. I mean, I don't know who you are, right? But you know who I am in most cases, right? Weird person that confessed their love to me today. So there's a difference, like I said, between constructive criticism, which is when you give somebody criticism that can actually help them, and then just being a bitch and like coming on and hating on someone. Like I said, I've never understood the point in that. I mean, I get hate just by telling people I like them half the time. I'll be nice to someone, and then they'll hate on me. I'll be like, okay, bye. Like, because I don't care anymore. I'm hardly online. People seem to think that I live my whole life online. I'm like hardly on here. Takes me like 2 days to get comments under videos and stuff sometimes. Constructive criticism I need about my channel, maybe the topics of my content. But nobody on here has the right to give me constructive criticism on my life, on my past experiences, and etc. All I've ever remembered getting criticism about is my personal life and my past. And then people get upset when I ask them to stop giving me criticism about things that I did in 2005 that I've been over for ages. Because I just don't even know why we're talking about that. I mean, imagine looking up what someone wrote on the internet in 2005 to bring it up today to be like, see this person bad. That's called cancel culture. I'm anti-cancel culture. I think some people just like to be cruel. People will say mean things on a video of a cute kitten, for example. Yeah, exactly. And I'm saying those are the people that I choose to ignore or block. And I have the right to ignore and block those people. But see, if I ignore or block them, then apparently I'm ignoring the criticism and flipping it. And my point is that there's a difference between criticism, right? And then actually just hating on someone. And I think that anyone with a channel, especially, has the right to decide what they're going to put up with and who they're going to put up with. Right? Or am I wrong? You know, right here, right now. Well, I mean, this isn't the best video. If we're going to criticize this one, this is me showing people a trend that I was making fun of to explain that the last video I posted was me making fun of it and then laughing at the hate comments, yours included. So, I mean, you probably didn't like it, Jane Doe. That I understand. I mean, you were one of the people being rude to me in the comment section, so maybe you didn't like me reading your comment and laughing. I don't know. But that's how I deal with the negativity on here is I laugh at it. Because when I did get upset over it at the beginning, which I think a lot of people do when they're first out here, it's very weird to all of a sudden have like a whole group of people following you around the internet, hating everything you do when you have like 200 subscribers and you're like, who the hell am I? You know, like I've just never thought I was that important to have so many people like following me around, you know? Because the comments aren't positive towards you, they're hate comments. I'm sorry, would you like me to call them negative comments? Is that better? I just call them hate comments because usually they're all, you know? Why do you have all that dumb drama on your community tabs? I really don't. Although I have posted up, for example, your weird comment where you like confessed your love to me. That I posted up because I was like, this is creepy. And as a woman who is married, that stuff's creepy. Again, boundaries. I'm not allowed to have them. Right? Because if I block you, then you're just going to have a new account tomorrow. And it'll be a fake account. You know? That's what will happen. Because we've already done this 3 times. Right? Yeah. Sometimes I don't care. I had to take courses in giving and receiving constructive criticism as part of my fine arts degree. Constructive criticism contains information that is helpful and actionable. Exactly. Exactly. Keywords being helpful and actionable. Okay, just coming on to call me fat and ugly, for example, is not constructive criticism. Coming on to tell me that I have no right to stick up for myself, not constructive. Maybe helping me do it in a better way could be. I haven't doxed anyone or threatened anyone with a fake lawsuit. Although I did have Tom Brooks threaten to give me a lawsuit, and Suit Yourself threatened to give me a lawsuit. But again, that's just a guy from TLC and then an alt-right anti-vaxxer. So I don't care. Like, am I supposed to be upset about that? I mean, I haven't doxed anyone. And that's what I mean. You can't keep spreading these lies that people made up and then claim that when I tell you that they're not true, I'm lying. Who did I dox? I have not gotten much polite criticism because the people that I take polite criticism from are people that are still here. And you can't come at me in a fake account when I can recognize your writing style. Do you know what, Angel? I wonder if some of them were. I don't know where most of them came from. All I know is that, yeah, it's kind of like how I did a video like ages ago about like they call her Big Jen, I think, or whatever. She's in like the Hater Nation, I guess. She's one of the girls that they make fun of or whatever. But she was selling Scentsy. Okay? I make one video about this girl. And then ever since, I've had like people in Hater Nation like attacking me. And I'm like, or like the anti-Hater Nation people have now lumped me in with Hater Nation. And I'm like, dude, I did one video. Like one video, and it was because she was selling Scentsy. I wasn't talking about her weight. I wasn't talking about that at all. I was talking about how, like, you know, she was selling Scentsy, and she was also doing it wrong. And I was really worried about how she was trying to, like, sell Scentsy to all of her subscribers and members and stuff. I was like, "We just don't need this." That was what my video was about. But then apparently since I did that video, that meant I was, like, a part of Hater Nation, and I'm like, okay." Yeah, and again, I did a video about how Tom Brooks was in Organo Gold, which is actually kind of how Alonda and I got onto the whole crypto world anyway, because a lot of the people that ran Organo Gold went and did OneCoin. So she and I ended up connecting over that again because we've been friends since I've been out here. Because not everyone gets involved in drama and wants to go around hating on everyone in their own community for no reason. So I did a video on that and I did a few updates. And yeah, some of them are very cruel in that community. You know? So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry that's happening though. It's just very strange how you can do like one video on something like that and then get like a whole group of haters for like years. It's like, okay, that's strange, but okay. If there's somebody that came at me in an account and I already know who it is, or they've already talked to me about that moo point that they're bringing up, I probably have told them to go get help. Because, like I said, I'll block someone, they'll create a fake account. I'll block them, they'll create a fake account. Block them again, they'll create another fake account. Then I have several parody accounts of myself that I have to block. I have literally like 3 accounts that are my picture and like the name. So then all of a sudden those accounts show up. Like, so then of course, if you're supporting those accounts, I'm going to obviously block you with those accounts. And then you can't come and be like, well, you didn't take my constructive criticism well, because a lot of people out here do what I consider to be concern trolling with me. For example, where they call. Yes, I did. I like, see, Angel gets comedy. I did. It's my favorite. I say it all the time. I'm always like a moo point. I love it so much. But yeah, like things like that. I never really. Now, see, like, if you are gonna do a fake account of me, can't you make it funny? Like this one of Bells of Nevermore, that's kind of funny. It's called Bubbles of Nevermore. Because, Suit Yourself posted up the Lolly Bubbles CP after I apparently lied that his community does creepy things with CP. Remember that? And then Bells stuck up for it after she cursed me and lied about me doxing her. Once again, did not dox. Did not dox her. So you cannot go around saying that I dox people that I don't dox, especially if they're in a friggin' Discord where they're collecting pictures of my child and everything I've done online since 2002 when I was a minor on a disk drive. Sometimes you got to give people a taste of their own medicine to put them in their place if they're going to be stalking you and doxing you for 2 years. You know? Things like that happen. And then you got to be like, whatever. You know? See, like a joke like this, that's funny. That's funny. Are they sending you the pictures of Minnie Mouse in pants though? Because I hear that the cons are very upset that Minnie Mouse is going to wear pants. So you should ask for the Minnie Mouse without her pants, I guess. I don't know. Again, that's reference again to some conservative bullshit. Because I've talked about that too. It comes with talking about the anti-vax community and QAnon, which I've talked about. No one has doxed you yet. You guys doxed my husband on a live stream. Yeah. And it's really creepy when people look up pictures of your family members that aren't active online and then start posting them on their live streams in communities and stuff. That's weird. It's weird. And the green M&M. Yes, the green M&M. I should do a video on I really just cannot take any more anti-vax conservatives mad at me right now. They're very cruel people. They dox your whole family and then they attack you all over the internet. And then when you try to leave and get away, they follow you around for 3 years and claim you're stalking them. It's very strange. The green M&M. Oh Lord. I still can't believe that that was a thing. We actually did have whole meltdowns of people very upset about these things. Here I am, I'm sitting here like, why is everyone so mad about me doing a joking, twerking video online? And then you guys remind me that people got mad over the freaking green M&M and Minnie Mouse being in pants. It just puts into perspective that, yes, people get mad over stupid things, don't they? But then what do you do about it? You laugh at them. That's what you do. You point and you laugh. Otherwise, like I often say, if you don't laugh, then you will go insane. And if you take everything personally and seriously, then you'll go insane. At the same time, though, people shouldn't take things and make them personal when they're really just mad over content on the internet. You know, that's how I feel about that. I just wanted to come on and laugh. You know? I don't like that twerking video. If I was your husband, I would tie you to the stove for that. Now, well, it's a good thing that my husband is not abusive or possessive. I thought that twerking video was bold and funny. Would I do it? No. I don't have a butt or rhythm, but did I appreciate the humor? Yes. It's funny because I actually had to do like a couple of them because the first one actually wasn't that bad. I was like, oh no, I actually got a decent angle and it doesn't look as bad. I have to make it look like really bad. Otherwise, it doesn't work. There's been a couple times where I've had to like do it extra bad. It's like, oh no, what if they actually like it? But yeah, I just thought it was funny that it caused such an uproar and that people were saying that I had lost my mind or dropped to my lowest. My lowest. You have more class than joking at white girls twerking? Not really. I thought it was pretty funny. I think it's funny to joke about the trends on TikTok. The bad bitch twerking trend is one of my favorites, but I couldn't use the bad bitch song, which do you know what song I actually wanted to do it to? I wanted to do it to the song, and I did a reference to this earlier in the video, so I guess now I'm explaining the joke. There is that woman that with her man, they ripped off like billions of dollars in like crypto, and the girl thinks she's a rapper. And she had this song that was like bad bitch, motherfucking bad bitch. And I tried so hard to find it, but I was like, "Oh, I didn't wanna do it, like, where I recorded the song because I couldn't do that on my phone." So then I did it to I think it was a Little Kim song. Was it the Little Kim song? But yeah, it would have been so much better if I did it to the Cryptocurrency Girl song. I might do another one, but I won't, like, twerk in it. I'll do, like maybe I should just parody her. I'll, like, parody her, and then everyone will be like, "Oh, Queen supports the girl that ripped off everyone in crypto," and then I'll get canceled on the internet. I know for some reason, Angel, I can't think of her name right now either. It's, like, left my mind, but I was just, like, watching a video on her, what was it, yesterday? It made me laugh so hard. I was, like, dying of laughter, like, oh my god. They had put a bunch of her songs together. I was like, "What is this?" It was so funny. But apparently that was, like, her theme song, and she was all like I don't know, she, like, did a bunch of more TikToks where she, like, quoted it a bunch. And I was like, "Oh, man, it would be so much more funny if I did it to this song because it would be, like, a double joke," which I like to do usually. I'll make fun of, like, 3 things at the same time. I'll be like, "Someone will get one of the jokes." Somebody will, you know? But basically, it's like that would have been the best one. I definitely have to, like, bring that up at some time on my channel. So I was trying to learn about her a bit more. Imagine. That would be like if I actually did think I was gonna be a famous rapper with my diss tracks. Oh, she had, like, full-on music videos. I guess I have one music video to the Harley Quinn Anti-O funny song that I did that everyone also flipped out over and said that I was going insane. I was like, "It's a song about Harley Quinn. I'm supposed to look insane. What are we doing on YouTube, guys? Are we not just having fun on here? I don't understand. I choose to have fun. I choose to do comedy. I choose to make fun of trends a lot. I even have a whole playlist called Trying to Be a YouTuber Like. And basically, it's all just me making fun of YouTube trends. Like, I do a mukbang on it or mukbang. I don't know how you say that word. Maybe that's why Hater Nation hates me so much. I don't know. And then, like, a bunch of other stuff. I react to Repzilla's song. There was a song he did, "Just beware of the cat part jumping out at you." That almost gave me a freaking heart attack. That's all I'll say about that. You know, just where I just rag on some regular stuff and kind of make fun of, I guess, being a social media influencer is what I do. I got what you meant, Angel. A little bit of Bill Must coming out today. Yeah, apparently he is stable right now, Peter Mon. I don't know if he's going to make it. Um Also, I don't know how I feel about that cuz I heard some things about how he apparently claimed that he was having seizures like every 5 minutes earlier that day and then decided to drive. I don't know how true that is. I just heard that in some videos I've been watching. They have talked about that. It's been a big topic lately. So I don't know, but I hope. I don't want him to like pass away. That would suck. But yeah, if he does have epilepsy, like my mom had epilepsy. She actually got her master's in neurophysiology at McGill University and used to work and know Dr. Penfield, who was very big in epilepsy research and is basically like the pioneer of that whole industry. And my mom had epilepsy, so she chose to do her research in epilepsy, obviously. And my mom got it at age 12, and she had seizures until she was about 21 or 22, I believe. She never got her G1, because here you have to get like a G1, G2. And she had to be seizure free for, I think at that time, because we're talking like the 70s, okay? I think she had to be seizure free for at least 5 years before she could apply for her first license. So here you have to be seizure free to drive. You cannot be epileptic and then drive. I'm not sure about the states or any of the laws about that, but if there is a law similar, then that could be a problem. Unfortunately, I heard that people did lose their lives in that, and nobody wants that. And I don't think that that would have been his intention. I think it was more like he made a really stupid mistake and then had awful consequences. Because I like to see the good in people. And I don't want to think that somebody was like, I have seizures. I'm going to get in a car and kill people. You know what I mean? Like that hurts me. I don't want to think people are like that. So I'm thinking that there probably is a law where he is that says something like that, where you have to be at least seizure free or something, or be on medication. I don't know. Again, I don't know enough information about this to be rambling on about it now. But either way, I hope that there's some kind of, I guess, closure to that situation, because there are people that were hurt. So, I mean, you gotta look into that, see what they say about it. Keep up with it. I'm sure people will be talking about it for a while. But, you don't wish that on anyone. It might, like, I'm sure he feels like a piece of crap, too. Yeah, I don't know if it was officially confirmed. That's why I said don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's true. I just know that people were talking about that. Um, People did say he had epilepsy, but again, he could be medicated and then it could have been fine. You know? Okay, no, Myrtle, that's gaslighting. See, because that's not what you said. You actually said, I can't believe Alonda hosts you. That was your comment. I don't know how that appeals to my better judgment on anything. And that's why I say there's a difference between constructive criticism or talking to someone like they're a human being and then just hating on them. Right? But again, I'm sure you probably don't get that. The husband's friend is the one who said about the seizure. Yeah. See, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure. It's just a lot of people have been talking about that. So I do hope, because, like, here's my thoughts on it. No matter what happened, I'm sure he feels awful about it because people did lose their lives. And then, of course, those families are also going to be, badly influenced by that. Like, this, it's going to be awful. So I could never imagine being in that position. Because, like I said, it obviously wasn't his intent to hurt anyone. I don't think he ever got into that car like, I hope that this happens, that I get into an accident and people lose their lives. Nobody does that, okay? And it wasn't like he got into a car drunk. So it's a little bit of a different situation to me. And I guess I could also see how, even if you had something like epilepsy, how it would be annoying and you'd probably just want to live your life normal. Like there's a lot of factors that go into that, but I don't think that he was trying to on purpose hurt anyone. So it's kind of a hard place to be in for him and also for the families of the people he did hurt because, they need some kind of rectification from that. Like there has to be something rectified from that situation where, maybe he does have to get sued in a civil court, you know? Yeah, see, and that's true. And that's why I think they have rules that are usually like you have to be on medications, you have to be really careful when driving. And like here, you have to be seizure free for several years before. I think they changed it to like 2 years now. So it's not like 10 years like when my mom was younger, 5 years or whatever it was. I just remember for her, it was like a really like long time, you know? It's just sad. I think the whole situation's just sad. Vehicular manslaughter. Yeah, well, it could be, right? And I mean, if that's what happens, then that's what happens. I mean, just because he has epilepsy doesn't mean that he's now like not responsible for what happened. I mean, he did still hurt people. I don't remember, but I believe at least one person passed away from this accident. So it's like he does have to have something, you know? Oh, don't mind Myrtle. Myrtle likes to come and gaslight. Apparently, me laughing at comments is me being aggressive. I'm aggressive. Was I aggressive in my TikTok song, The Assignment? Because people have been using that, by the way, to be like, look at how aggressive she is. I'm like, guys, I'm acting in a song again. Really? But yeah, hopefully that'll get sorted out. I yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. I mean, I'm glad I got to hang out with you guys for a little while this afternoon. Ended up being a pretty good conversation about constructive criticism versus just hate and things like that. Oh no, Angel. Yeah. That sucks though. See, like that's the kind of thing where, like I said, I don't think anyone gets into their car in that kind of situation either. I don't know how he blacked out. Maybe he just fainted. I don't know. But unless you're drunk behind the wheel, in my opinion, I don't think you're really getting behind the wheel in hopes of hurting anyone. But you do have to be responsible. I don't drive. I'll tell you guys right now, I don't have a license. I don't have a license at all because with my CPTSD, I have full on panic and anxiety attacks at times. And I've always been horrified of driving. It would probably give me a panic anxiety attack. So I just never went and got my license because I, am just going to not get my license and put people in danger or myself in danger because if I ever did disassociate behind the wheel, which can also happen to me at times, I'll just disassociate, got a trigger. Then that wouldn't be fair. That would not be fair that I'm not actually paying attention to the road. So that's why I've never personally gone and gotten a license. So I do think that you have to take responsibility for that. So, like, if you're having seizures and you know that there's a chance that you could have a seizure while driving, maybe you shouldn't get your license. You know, it's something to think about. You have to be responsible for yourself. The weather by me right now is it's okay. It's really windy. I went out earlier. It was blowing me all around. The wind blew me around. I was like, this isn't good. But we did have a storm the other day. So hopefully we do not have a storm today. We are right now, we're like, I think they said it was minus 17 Celsius because we're Celsius here. Like, who uses Fahrenheit? So that's actually not that bad for us. Like, here it can get to minus 40. Like, I think the coldest day that we've had in the last couple of years was minus 43, I believe. It was definitely minus 40 something. And it wasn't in the high 40s. But yeah, so we're like minus 17, they said. Which, again, that's not too bad. It's just mainly the wind. Yeah, see, I don't know the conversion on that. Don't even ask. I have no clue. I have no clue how to do it. I have to go to Google and be like, how much is minus 20? They probably have a conversion thing right on there. But yeah, it gets pretty cold here. I like it though. I don't mind the winters as much here. See where I came from. Oh, it's 1 degree Fahrenheit. Joe. Yeah, I guess that's cold. Do you guys go to like 0 Fahrenheit? Does that happen? Now I just want to learn about Fahrenheit more. But yeah, it's not that cold. That's only like half as cold as it gets here. For us, it's mainly the wind. So if there was no wind, it actually wouldn't be that bad of a day. It's very, very sunny here. And the sun adds warmth, especially when you got all that snow everywhere. It like reflects. And then you go outside and you're like blind, you know? You do go to 0 and lots lower. I find Fahrenheit interesting. It sounds minus 8 Fahrenheit. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds dreadful. Or did you still quit smoking to this day? Did the cold weather get you to quit smoking? I've tried that before. It didn't work for me. But what I have done in this last year is I have cut way down. Like way down on smoking. I'm down to like 1 cigarette a day. And I used to smoke a pack a day. And yeah, so that's good. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go to 0 just because with my anxiety, you know, sometimes you just need a vice. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to give up that 1 smoke a day. We'll see as I continue on in my mental health journey and that gets better. I might be able to quit smoking. I mean, I quit drugs, so I had to go on methadone for 3 years, but I did get off of that too. So, you know, I've been quit things. I also quit cigarettes and marijuana a week after I got off methadone. because I wanted to get ready to conceive my child. Because my husband and I were getting married very shortly after, in 2 months. And I was like, I really want to conceive a kid after we're married. And I want to make sure I have nothing in my system. So since we are here and I am quitting methadone, I am going to go down and quit everything. And I did. But then when my daughter was 6 months old, I started smoking again. Because I went to work and then I went out for a cigarette with a friend one day, and then it was just over. It was over after that. I actually do think that quitting smoking is harder. I don't know about drinking. See, sorry. I don't know if drinking is necessarily easier. See, that depends. Because drinking can actually kill you if you quit it, if you are an alcoholic. I know this because unfortunately I grew up with a mom who was an alcoholic, and she used to have tremors and stuff. I mean, part of it was from her epilepsy and Parkinson's, because she has that now too, but it was also because of drinking. And she had to also go on medication to wean off of alcohol. And it took her quite a little bit. But she's been sober now for a few years. I believe she got sober in 2016. So it's been a while now. Yeah, see, yeah, smoking's obviously been a lot harder to me than opiates, because I mean, I quit opiates okay. I've been quit opiates and methadone since 2013 just fine. But cigarettes, I can never seem to quit. Never seem to quit. I always end up going back. So that's why I say I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to quit it. I might just be at one smoke a day for the rest of my life. But that's better than a pack a day. One thing at a time. But we'll see. Because I would like to eventually quit that too. And just not have to depend on any substances. That would be amazing. Because I don't drink. So for me, it really just is cigarettes. Cigarettes and coffee. I need like coffee and a cigarette in the morning. Without that, I might go insane. We don't want that. But I am going to end this stream now because it is 5:13 p.m. And I am going to be streaming with Alonda at 7 p.m. And I need to make dinner for the family. And yeah, I don't know what we're having, but I'll figure it out. And then relax for a bit, and then I will see you guys all over on the Recovering Hunbots channel. And we are not talking about On Passive. So we are taking a break from it. We do need a break from it, like once a week or so, to be like, all right, we can't talk about this for a day. But I do feel like I have to keep talking about it until they go away, until Ash stops ripping people off. And I do really think on my channel going forward, I am going to start covering a lot of the MLMs that are not talked about a lot on here. I feel like a lot of the bigger ones are being talked about, like Monet, Unique, blah, 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 But there's some that I haven't even heard of that I've found over the past few weeks. So I'm just like, it's weird. I haven't heard of these. So if I haven't heard of them, I'm assuming other people probably haven't heard of them. Or if you have, you haven't heard of them a lot. So I think we need to talk about a lot of them. Because, ever since that Princess House thing, I've been kind of like, wow, there are a lot of MLMs out here that I did not know exist that have been going on since like the 60s. So we are going to be doing that. And I am still working on the Charlie part 2. I keep having things come up in life, and then I have no time. I didn't even have time to put up a full video this Friday because everything's just been crazy in my life. And usually I put up a video on Fridays. So that's how busy I've been, I guess you could say. So guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Have a fabulous, fabulous, evening until then. Take care of yourselves. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. Even my lurkers who are probably just hate watching me. I love you too. All right. And like I said, either find Jesus or find a sense of humor. That's all I ask. Goodbye, beautiful people. Mwah. Kisses!